Hi, my name is David Adewale. I'm one of the directors at Elswap Properties Limited here in the UK. We invest in property ourselves, and we also help people that are looking to start investing in property either for the first time, or maybe they are new, they're trying to get on the property ladder for the first time as well. We also work with people that have actually been there longer, investors that are looking to achieve their property goals, either short-term property goals or their long-term property goals. We work with landlords as well that are looking to sell their properties, or maybe they just want to improve on what they currently have, either in terms of profits that they already want to be getting from it, or try to understand a few things about how they can be more efficient with what they currently have. In this video, what I'm going to be sharing are a few tips that is very important when it comes to investing in property. Right. I've got a link in the video which you can click on, and which will direct you to our website, and you can just download a few PDFs that we have put together. So I put a few PDFs together which can help you either as a newbie investor, or someone that's been investing in property for quite a while, or even as a landlord that looking to maximize the profit that they are making from their property, and also what you could do when it comes to selling your property. So if you click on the links below on this video, it will take you to our website where you can download the PDF that will be of help to you there. Right, like I said on this video, it's not about anything much, about just about sharing tips right there. Now, many people, when it comes to investing in property, so I see it as investment. Even if it is your property that you want to start, you want to live in, it's still an investment, because you're actually going to be putting money into it. And guess what? When you actually buy property, it tends to increase in value. So that's an investment there. Investment is when you actually have what you have in your hands and you put it to something. At the end of the day, you're getting, over a period of time, you're getting returns on that investment. So even if you're a first-time buyer watching this video, looking to buy property for the first time, for you to just live in it and not invest in it, this also is going to be helpful to you. Right. So when people want to go into property investment, what they think about is, let me just get money. I've got this £20,000 in my hands. What can I do? All right, let me just go into property, because I think I've watched some things on video. People have actually talked about property. Let me invest in property. But then what we do when we come, what we tend to do with our clients, and also we encourage, and I'm going to share on this video, is do not be distracted by the money. That is the number one thing right there. Don't be distracted by the money you have in your hands, right? The first thing you need to do is you need to work on yourself. Work on yourself. Try to understand exactly where you are. Guess what? If your mindset is messed up, if you haven't set up the goals that you want to achieve out of what you're trying to achieve, that £20,000 which you think you have today, and you want to invest money, invest in property or whatever you're trying to invest in, you will lose it. So your mindset is very important. You need to work first on yourself. So when I'm talking about working on yourself, you need to find out exactly where you are in terms of, like, are you good with money? Is it, or would you work better because you understand that you're not really good with money? And then you have to be very honest about it as well. You can even get someone that is close to you to help you to check yourself. It could either be, if you have really good money, then obviously there's fine there. That's one step already sorted out. And if you're not really good with money, be honest with yourself. Try to leverage by getting people that can help you with that to do it. Find someone that's very good. So basically, you need to work on yourself first. Then you need to you need to have a goal. Have a goal in mind. So when people come to us and say, we want to invest money, we have this money, we want to invest in property, we have this money, the first thing we ask them is, or maybe they have actually heard some things on the news, stamp duty holiday or whatever it is, and they want to take advantage of that. The first thing we need to find out is, what is your goal? What is driving you? The news is always temporary. it's all facts and it actually ends, but the truth always lasts forever, right? So the key thing is we need to find out, where is your mind? What can we do? What are your goals? What are you trying to achieve? Some people want to achieve short-term return on their investment. Some people want long-term. Some people actually thinking about it to become a landlord. Some actually have to find out, they want to just invest. They want to be hands off. So you need to find out and define where you actually are right there. So the next step is we now start talking about, all right, based on your goals, you now start talking about which of the strategies out there can we implement that will help you to actually achieve what you are looking to achieve. Either you want to achieve financial freedom via property, or you want to build a portfolio so that you can have legacy, or you want to, talk about pensions. So many reasons why people want to actually do that. So you have to think about your why, think about your goal, and then we start working on implementing strategies that will help you achieve this. Now you can see that I've not actually talked about the money yet, so we have to look about the grammar, because we are building a foundation first. If the foundation is not right, there's no amount of how beautiful the house you build is. If that foundation is not right, the house is going to go crumbling down. So we get the foundation right first. Then we now go about looking at strategies that will implement that will help you achieve your goal, right? So we have different strategies when it comes to buying properties, strategies, ways you can use to buy properties. Either you want to do a cash, or you want to do a mortgage, or you want to joint venture with people as well, or you want to do other interesting strategies on how to do that as well. And then we can now talk about the actual way that we kind of structure it right there. So we have the strategy for acquisition, we have the strategy for when we actually buy the property, which of them would we use, either HMO, either single let, SA, which is service accommodation, or few things right there. So now we now talk about the money. So based on the money that you have, we can now talk about how we can do it. Either the money you have is not enough for you to invest in where you want to invest, or maybe so for you to either go and get a mortgage. It could either be you want to joint venture with a partner, or we want to joint venture with ourselves. We also do that as well. So we can now start talking about things like that. So the next thing is, when it comes to buying property, now people actually think about the deposit only. All right, I want to buy £200,000 property, for example, and then you're thinking about, all right, all I need to raise is 10%, which is £20,000. Now we need to think about different things, because this is what we do in Elsewhere Properties anyways. We have this experience of it, and we understand which of it will actually help. Either you want to buy the property in your name, or you actually want to do it in a company structure. There is actually more details to that. Obviously, if you reach out to us, we can actually set a one-to-one with yourself, and go through your journey, and hold your hands there and there as well. So I'll carry on right there. So it's not only the deposit that you need to think about. When it comes to buying property in the UK, there are a few things that are attached to it. We talk about the deposit of the money of the property. Either if you want to buy in your name, you can buy 10%. If you want to buy the company, you can start with at least 25% there, right there. So and when you start building your portfolio, obviously it's not going to be 10% anymore, it's going to be 25%, and that will be personally or as a company. Obviously, we do advise people to buy in company, because there are many reasons behind that, but I'm not going to be sharing that in this video currently right now. All right, so we talk about the deposit, which is 25% if it's an investment property. And then we talk about what we call the stamp duty. The stamp duty is involved in the UK. All right, so it's a tax that you pay when you're buying property in the UK. Currently, right now, obviously up until March 31st, we have the stamp duty holiday, which means that what you pay usually, you wouldn't actually pay that currently as an investor. As a first-time buyer, no stamp duty up to £500,000 for the property. But if you're an investor, you pay 3%, right? So the stamp duty is there as well. We still pay 3% as an investor, right? So we have the stamp duty. We have also what we call the solicitor, because in the UK, obviously, the conveyancing of property is not done by yourself. It's not like you find a landlord and then you meet the person, you negotiate and you agree the price. There are also people that are involved in it when it comes to the conveyancing of property. So the solicitors do that. So you have solicitors fee to think about. We also have the broker fee as well when it comes to, obviously, if you want to get mortgage, there's also fee that you pay to broker. Some people, some of the lenders do have it in there where, you know, the broker payment is done by them, but you just need to cater for that as well if you need to pay for the broker fee. We also encourage, when it comes to purchase a property, to do the survey. You have this survey that will be done obviously by the lenders. There you tend to pay that as well, the fees for just for them to confirm if that property is worth them lending you money on. Say for example, the property is £50,000, for example, and the surveyor will come in, and if the property is valued less than that, obviously it means that you are buying it above what is currently worth, and then the lenders will not really want to lend you that. So you need to think about the survey fee. We also encourage your own personal survey, and we do that as well, because it depends on how extensive you want the survey to be. So we also do this survey as well. So these are other costs. All these costs I'm talking about right now might seem to be daunting, but they are very important if you want to get things right. On top of that, if the property was a property that you went to find, you found the property yourself, obviously you don't need to pay the agent that found it, but if you bought it in auction, obviously you need to think about, you know, that fee, that, you know, the auction fee and all that. If you want to get the property via property sources, we do source properties as well. You need to think about the cost for that as well, because when you have specialists helping you to source properties or deals, which for investment there are fees, because, you know, they get paid for what they do. It's not something that you can do yourself. You know, you can, you know, leverage it out, and people can do, you pay the fees there. The other fees that you actually could have could be either you need to do some, it's not actually a fee, something that you just need to, you know, cater for. Again, will be renovation. It might not be something major. It might just be you bought the property, and then obviously the property was lived in by someone before. It's not been taken care of. You might just want to do some renovation. You could just do some TLC, either paints or change of carpets or put in new kitchen there. So those are other things that people need to think about. I mean, I'm putting this video together not to scare anyone or any investment, but just to kind of set your expectations right when it comes to investing in property. Or either you are buying as a first-time buyer. Obviously, as a first-time buyer, for you to live in the property, there are some things that you might not even to worry about. But all these which I mentioned also are very important when it comes to purchase property. If as a first-time buyer, the additional thing you need to think about is obviously the moving costs as well. So when you are moving, cost of moving, cost of buying furniture and things like that are what are involved in it. So I hope this video is really helpful. One of the things that we also add to it as well is, you know, the due diligence is key when it comes to buying property. You have to do your due diligence as an investor. When I say due diligence, is making sure that the property that you're buying is actually is the right price that you're buying it for. The right price buying it for. Are you buying it in a location which is rentable? Are you buying a location where, you know, when you buy the property, automatically as you pay the property, you pay for the property and you buy it, obviously the equity start reducing. It's not in a good location where it could be a location where people are moving out, you know, because when we are buying property as an investor, you have to take your emotions out of it. We buy with our head, not with emotions at all. So we need to factor in those things. We need to check if the property that you're buying as well is something that you can add value to. So we don't just buy property just because it looks good. We look at how we can potentially increase on our investments when we're buying property as investment. There's more to this than that, but there's a little time I actually have when it comes to taking the video. I don't want to take it too long. So I hope this has been helpful. Like I said, again, if you want more tips on when it comes to property investment, either as investor, a first-time buyer, or a landlord looking to sell your property as well, click on the links, and we have some PDFs which you can download, and some nice tips are actually there that can help you right there. My name is David Adewale of Elsewhere Properties. Look forward to working with you and stay in touch. Thank you.